Hello, my name is Paul. I wanted to start a series of videos at the Language Learner, basically advertising my resources, explaining techniques that I've tried out, and documenting some progress. I can't say that I'm particularly good as a language learner. I don't pick up things particularly quickly, and I'm far from fluent in anything else but English. But I've been inspired by some polyglots videos that I've watched over the last few months. And I also realised that one language I'm learning isn't particularly common, so I'm struggling to find resources myself, so I thought that might be beneficial to others to advertise my own. I am a student at the University of Glasgow in Scotland. I'm doing first year geography at the moment, although I'm kind of in a break between the two years. I've became interested in languages, well, actually, to be honest, became interested in Icelandic about 1.5 years ago, shortly after visiting for the first time, and I visited once since then, and really knuckled down in the last few months to start properly learning. Before that, I was just dabbling, really. I've got many university friends who speak like Polish, Italian, Spanish, Gaelic, learning Arabic, Farsi, speak Swedish, Finnish, and Latvian. So I've got a lot of influence from other people at university, which is great. I think university is a great medium for that sort of interaction. I've recently read the book The Power of Babel by John McWhorter, which was extremely interesting. Opened my eyes up to many languages that I didn't know existed, many styles of languages I didn't know existed. It was very interesting, and also how languages develop and change through time, and how it's quite natural. I have an account on the How to Learning the Language forum, which, despite its name, is actually a really, really good forum. I highly recommend it. Lots and lots of interesting chat on there. If you're a serious language learner, or just want to play a little game or anything, it's a lot of fun. I haven't had much taught language experience. I learnt French and German at school for about 2 to 3 years at a time, and to be honest, the school system I don't particularly like, because French and German were forced upon us. And although I'm now interested in those languages, I didn't pick up much. I didn't find any reason to pick up much. My interest, particularly in Icelandic, as I said, it stemmed from first trip abroad to there. Before that, I suppose, band Sigur Rós. I said that badly. Sigur Rós. Their music, which has become rather famous, despite them singing mainly in Icelandic, was like my first exposure, I suppose, to the language. Apart from Iceland, I've also visited Sweden. Went to Lapland. Ended up staying for a day with Sami people, which was extremely interesting. I've had general interest in, of course, other cultures through holidays. I've been to Australia. Well, I think the only continent I haven't been to yet, technically, is South America, which I plan to sometime, hopefully. Yes, which I suppose puts me in a bit of a privileged position, considering I'm only 19. So yes, so that's where my interest in the culture of, well, particularly Scandinavia and the Nordic countries has come from. The languages I'm learning at the moment, my main focus is upon Icelandic. I hope to at least spend a gap year there after university, and in order to do that, I basically concluded after my first holiday to Iceland, that I basically needed to be able to speak the language quite well. I've also started dabbling in Finnish. Recently bought some Bought some books to finish, so I'm going to start working on that over the summer holidays. But of course, my main focus is Icelandic again. I'm also planning to study German next year at the University of Glasgow as kind of a side course, and I've done 2-3 years of German already. So a lot of it's going to be kind of revision and kind of remembering that after a 3-year gap in which I didn't do anything to do with languages at all. I've also got interest in the Celtic languages that are spoken in the United Kingdom. I just find it interesting that that there are some kind of endearing, really, that there are some smaller languages spoken apart from English, which seems so dominant here and is so dominant. There's Gaelic and Irish Gaelic and Welsh, and to a lesser extent languages like Breton and Cornish spoken around here. So I want to learn one of those. I obviously live for half of the time now. I live in Scotland at university. So I feel that after spending 4 years there, I should know something about the Scottish culture, and to do that, I feel I should kind of embrace Gaelic as a medium for that, really. Also interested in French, partially because it's film. I find them to make extremely human films, which I'm sure other countries are capable of as well. But I've just been exposed to films like The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, extremely interesting film, heartbreaking, really. But yes, yeah. So I suppose apart from languages, film and music are my other passions, my other main passions. Regarding videos I'm going to do in the future, I'm going to go through my resources. As I said, resources are something that can be becoming hard to come across if you've not already tried to look for them for a long time. So I hope I can help some people by advertising my resources. I'll also talk a bit about, I suppose about performing music if I can, about techniques I use. Yes, so that's me. Check back for more videos.